2020 week in Tampa, Florida. The news was officially announced by Impact executive Scott D'Amore during the Impact All Glory event on Twitch. What makes this even more interesting, Paystee? When AEW's Matt Jackson, one half of the Young Bucks, of course, heard this, he replied with a photo of Brother Nick and himself in TNA as Team Generation Me, which they went by in there. The image from Matt prompted a reply from D'Amore, who opened the door for a potential rematch from one of Generation Me's best feuds from their time in TNA, and one of TNA's greatest tag team feuds. Former TNA World Tag Team Champions Motor City Machine Guns Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. As D'Amore mentioned, though, he said, no politics, no BS, just great wrestling.
I would love that.
I don't see it happening, but God, I would love that, yes.
It would be good. It would definitely be good. I do think, though, that Impact is onto something here, and maybe Total Nonstop Action becomes a yearly pay-per-view.
I could see that, and I would be all right with that.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I think it's solid, and it pays homage to your past.
Yep.
And you could make it more gritty. I don't know. It could be good.
I like that idea. I never thought of that, Paystee, but that's smart, making it a reoccurring event. And it doesn't even have to be a reoccurring pay-per-view even. What if they just always followed WrestleMania with their TNA show? You know what I mean?
I almost think you would just call it Total Nonstop Action, though, and then get the TNA out. Like, people are automatically going to think that. But, yeah.
Right. I could see that. And then you could make it a, they got their, oh, God, what is it? Impact. Is it just Impact Plus? I can't remember all the streaming services, but, you could air it just on that if you wanted to.
Right.
Not even spend the money on a pay-per-view, but just air it on your Twitch streaming or whatever the fuck they do. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they do, folks. I don't know.
Could be like all those ECW, WWE one-night stands back in the day.
Well, that's kind of what this feels like to me, is kind of the ECW reunion, except for it's actually brought back by the people that were part of it, that own it, that I wouldn't say ran it, but D'Amore and was definitely a part of the original team, and there's so many wrestlers now that were part of the original team that I love it. Really great. It
is good. Yes, and Court Bauer, CEO of Major League Wrestling, has a series of TV meetings this week in Los Angeles, looking to lock in plans to add MLW's television and streaming presence in 2020. While MLW is holding its first pay-per-view on 11/9, and that's November the 9th, and are in the midst of a multi-year deal with beIN Sports, an agreement that, by all accounts, each side has been happy with. Their existing deals allow them the opportunity to create additional content for other outlets. We have heard the meetings are planned to explore what MLW can add beyond their beIN Sports commitments. And with AEW, WWE, and Impact Wrestling all locked into existing deals, the belief is now the time to strike to expand the company's footprint. That's good. MLW's done great things with their platform on YouTube thus far.
Right. I mean, everybody's growing.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's lovely to see. It's exactly what we were hoping for when all of this hit the fan.
We've said it 1,000 times before, and we're just going to say it again, that I think it's the best time to be a pro wrestling fan because there is something for everybody that's fairly easily accessible.
And not only is it the best time to be a wrestling fan, but it's the best time to start being a wrestling fan. If you are somebody tuning into this, you don't watch wrestling and you made it this far, good fucking job. Good job. But
Dude,
just watch a little bit of everything and find your niche, because there is something for you out there.
And you most definitely don't have to watch everything. In fact, I would not recommend watching everything, because you'll never get laid again. Oh my gosh. But just so much good positive news in our Savage Sentinel this week, Paystee.
Yes, indeed.
But I'm going to put a short little break on that and get some somewhat bad news. More disappointing news. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the man, Paystee. And folks, if you don't know...
The dogs aren't happy about it.
Paystee, you want to take this one while I shoo somebody away from my door?
Yeah, not a problem. The third Bellator fight for Jake Hager ended in a no contest Friday night at Bellator 231 due to multiple low blows by Hager. That is unacceptable in the MMA world, and it is surprising to hear. I can only assume he's looking to step away from MMA and into AEW on a more full-time scale. Why else would you throw multiple low blows enough to have your fight ended in a no contest? You don't play face or heel in MMA. Very bizarre. But if you use that to play into the role in the Chris Jericho's inner circle, it makes a lot of sense. Moving right along, Kurt Angle and his wife Giovanna have finalized the adoption of their new son, now named Joseph. His birth name was Ivan, from Bulgaria. Giovanna revealed Thursday that she and Kurt are bringing Joseph home. She wrote, "USA, here we come. Kira, Cody, Juliana, Sophia, and Nicoletta. Your little/big brother Joseph cannot wait to meet you all." Angle reposted Giovanna's Instagram photo and wrote, "After 15 long months of paperwork, phone calls, and visits, we are finally bringing our adopted son home from Bulgaria. #welcome home Joseph." Kurt already has 2 children with Karen Jarrett, 3 children with Giovanna, and now their adopted son Joseph, for a total of 6 children.
All right, so I'm gonna point out the elephant in the room here, and I'm not teasing or anything. I think I love these names, and I think they're beautiful. And anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm into not your average, just everyday name like Josh. But you have Kira, Cody, spelled with a K.
For Karen, probably.
Juliana, Sophia, Nicoletta, and you adopt somebody named Ivan, but you change his name to Joseph?
Right, it makes sense.
Fuck?
You know, Kira and Cody with Karen and Kurt makes sense. Giovanna and Kurt have Juliana and Sophia, and they adopt Nicoletta and Ivan. All the names pair up at that point.
Yeah, what's this Joseph shit?
And why is there no Jason Jordan in here at all? Did they forget?
Poor Jason Jordan.
Poor Rusev. Rusev had to go through the rigorous loopholes and hoops to jump through to become a United States citizen in the last few months. They could have just adopted him.
Exactly. And his name fits with the rest of them. That just really threw me off when I first read this. I was like reading all their names, and I was like, oh, they're beautiful names. And then it was like, Joseph, birth name Ivan. I was like, why the fuck would you change it to Joseph? You guys obviously like these exotic names. What are we doing here?
Ivan Angle.
I like that.
He could be
a great heel.
Yeah, right.
He's the Russian adopted son of the American hero. God, it fucking sells itself. Right?
Right.
Like the Ruskies planned it all along. They set up the adoption and had microchips, in the kid's labia or whatever.
Now, in hindsight, quickly, did you have anything you wanted to say about Jake Hager and his low blows?
I'm disappointed in him. He was undefeated, and then I don't know if he felt threatened. I will say this. The low blow that caused the no contest, the ref did declare that a accidental low blow. So he may not have intentionally did that one, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, it's like he's playing a pro wrestling character in MMA. Don't do that if you can't.
That was
win,
exactly my thought point.
People.
And maybe he wants to leave MMA with a good record and focus on AEW. And this would kind of be your way out, right?
Well, he was close to getting a loss because just like in pro wrestling, you can get a loss by low blowing people. He's just lucky that the one that caused the no contest, was deemed accidental. I don't see Jake Hager as that kind of person. I didn't watch let me say I didn't watch it. I would like to believe all of the low blows were accidental. But nonetheless, if they are, that means that he was still in over his head because he obviously was struggling. He wasn't getting in the offense he was trying to get in. If you're accidentally making contact, that's not what you're trying to do. So either way, not good for his MMA career. To me, it doesn't affect his wrestling persona unless it actually bolsters it because
that was going to say, he's a heel. He's a heel for the Inner Circle. And if they play it off it in AEW, that works.
Yeah. So that works. No, not a problem. And I'm not going to watch him in Bellator anyway, so that doesn't bother me. Right. I was just kind of disappointed that it came to that. That's all.
Well, he didn't want to get cauliflower ear, Fat Mack.
No, and because of that, he's just going to take off the headgear. But cauliflower ear is a badge of honor to some, honestly, Paystee. And in fact, it has created the name of probably the most prestigious, sorry Vince, Hall of Fame in the history of pro wrestling, the Cauliflower Alley Club. And the Cauliflower Alley Club announced its first award winner for 2020, Paystee. They tweeted, "Happy to publicly announce our first award winner for 2020. The Lucha Libre Award will go to one of the most popular and innovative wrestlers of all time. This guy knows his good lucha stuff." And that is Rey Mysterio Jr. Folks, I ad-libbed the good lucha stuff, but everything else is what they actually tweeted. Rey is only the second pro wrestler, Paystee, to receive this prestigious award. Blue Demon Jr., or Blue Demon Jr., was the first recipient of the Lucha Libre Award in 2018. Hey, Fat Mack, you said he's only the second. Now it's 2018 and 2020. Yeah, they don't hand it out every fucking year. It's not like an obligation.
Yeah, like the Connor Crusher Award.
If you didn't fucking earn it, you don't get it. So there's one in 2018. Yeah, exactly. So it's 2018, 2019, everybody sucked. So they didn't give one out.
Granted, Ray didn't have a very good year this year. I love you, son.
No, but
that's been the synopsis of his entire year.
This is first work in the past.
I get it, and it's cool, and it's funny that the Cauliflower Alley Club beat Vince McMahon to inducting him.
Very cool. Right? It's good though. I'm proud for him. I think he can only be happy, proud, ecstatic to be in a first of all, an exclusive club in the Cauliflower Alley, a super exclusive club in being only two of this award, and an extremely exclusive club being both him and Blue Demon Jr., who are Lucha Libre icons. And let's not gloss over the fact, Paystee, they're all hijos.
Yeah.
Blue Demon Jr. and Rey Mysterio Jr. are juniors of their original counterpart, whether it is a family member, a father, or just somebody that they took on that persona. These two people actually did more with this gimmick.
I hate to say, though, I feel like Dominic probably won't outdo his father. You know what I mean? So it probably doesn't compound with each generation.
Fair,
maybe it skips a generation.
Rey Mysterio outdid his uncle, not his father.
Right, there you go. Well, Rey Mysterio was his Dominic's uncle, not going to outdo Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe no, but maybe Rey Mysterio's nephew. Maybe. Maybe his niece.
Right?
This is a new world, Paystee. Maybe Rey Mysterio's niece takes over.
Yes. Not enough female Lucha Libres.
Not enough. Sexy Star fucked it up for everybody. Let's go
shit all over this real quick. Huh?
First of all, we don't give a shit about it.
No.
And third of all, fuck, we're behind. But we have to shit on this for sure. So take it away, Paystee. You're the gamer.
2K18 was the last one I bought, but tons of people bought 2K20 this year. It released on Tuesday, and most of the gamers who purchased